Welcome to episode 21 of A Fighting Chance. I'm Jared, and we got my main man, Salvador.
I have sounds. I don't know why I'm making it.
Play your sounds. What would your fighting name be? Like Salvador what Garcia?
Salvador the Ox Garcia. Yeah.
We've got Salvador the Ox Garcia.
Yes, that's true.
Mine would be Jared the Sightless Hera.
The Sightless. That's a cool one. The Sightless.
Boo.
Yeah. The worst fighter of all time.
Hey, where'd that punch come from? You see? Hey, you're a quick one. Didn't see that one either. See. Yeah, but we are the hosts and the guest of this episode. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being such loyal fans and friends. Fans, friends, foes, trolls, whatever. We're just very appreciative.
A lot of trolls. There's a lot of trolls.
We're appreciative for everybody.
I'm still like traumatized from that one Charles Oliveira prediction. Just 40,000 people like, you're wrong. It's a lot.
Dude, I've heard that that the how do I say this? That the Dagestani fan base is the most brutal the internet. On the internet.
Yeah, dude. They're
like
ruthless.
But not even in like a fun, friendly way.
No, it's not funny at all.
No, like I've heard that in like the deep web of this, it's very dark.
Dude, I could just read some of them that they said to us. Because like...
Wait, we've gotten some like legit ones?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what that clip was. It was us talking about Islam versus Charles Oliveira.
Okay, give me the worst ones.
And you were like, dude, guaranteed 100% Charles Oliveira is going to win.
Yeah, I
stay pretty neutral. I stay pretty neutral, to be fair. So I feel like most of the heat is on you.
Yeah, I'm good with heat, but what have been said? What's been said, man?
It's an older one.
Give me the goods. Give me the...
Let's see.
Is it really that brutal, though?
Some of them are like, damn, what does this have to do with... I didn't, All right, let's see.
Okay.
We got called casuals. That's not that bad, but,
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Lol, delete this video. So now we have to delete this off the internet.
All right, still okay.
Let's see. There's some mean ones. There's 205 comments.
Mm-hmm. Wait, really?
Yes.
205 comments?
Yes.
I'm
you
proud
guys
of that.
still crying? Let's see.
No, dude, these don't even come close. These don't even come close to what I'm describing, though, or what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like dark, evil things.
I'm getting to them, bro. Trust me, I have to go to all the way to the bottom of the comments.
I've heard some stories. I've heard some things. They're not good things.
They said this aged like American white people.
Okay. Hey, that's not nice. That's racist.
This one is like not even proper English, but where's these two guys that gets their facts from watching WWE? Jesus.
All right.
You're a bunch of nobodies talking about MMA. You don't know shit about MMA.
I like that one. That is true.
Yeah.
If there's anything I can agree with, it's that.
Let's see. Maybe I was remembering this harsher or more.
Dude,
harsh.
you must have had a nightmare.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Now you can both die peacefully.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. There we go.
What is that? Like, whoa. We jumped to that really quick.
That's first of all, it's actually pretty nice. Like he was wanting us to die peacefully.
I guess,
Not like a brutal, being tortured kind of situation. So I'm good with it. Also good with that one.
I'm looking for one more. This is what happened when you put two clowns in one room. To be fair,
we're not even in the same room.
We're literally not in the same.
Who was the blind one now?
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely remember them a little worse, but
It's okay.
it is
If
what
I
it
went
is.
honestly, in my eyes, Charles still won that fight. So
Yeah, undisputed, undefeated.
yeah,
Can never lose.
yeah. So we had a sweet card last weekend in Brazil,
Yes.
and that was first of all, I don't know where I should start with it, but let me just say, I don't know how much I would like to go to a card in Brazil after seeing that.
I don't
Like,
Yeah. I
That
don't think
made
anybody wants to go.
Orlando's, dude. That made Orlando's crowd look good.
Yes.
Like for sure. Like by the end of the night in Orlando, that place was still packed when we were there. And when Glover was retiring, there was like luckily like maybe 2,000 people.
Yeah, dude. That when you hear that they're going to Brazil, you kind of know what's coming. Like they always throw drinks. They're always rowdy. They're always that's just what you accept when you know you're going to Brazil. But when you have a legend like Glover Teixeira retiring after putting on a fight like that, like obviously it wasn't like super close. He didn't win or anything. But he's 43 years old, not giving up. Like he's still in the fight. And then he's ending this legendary career. You're literally his people.
Yeah.
And you just dip like that. I thought that was super disrespectful. If there's
Did you think there was a chance that Glover had it when he got that takedown in the 5th round?
No. I thought after the first round, when Jamal stuffed like 2 or 3 takedowns with zero effort, I was like, oh, okay, I see where this is going. Because he can't hang with him on the feet. It's just
Right. But I mean, a Glover 5th round takedown, like anything's possible.
There's like maybe, but at that point he was so tired and Jamal got out of the position so quick, there wasn't even time to be like, oh, he's building momentum,
Yeah.
Jamal looked freaking fantastic. That was I don't know. Yeah. I wasn't expecting that at all, and I had him winning.
I put some money on Jamal Hill. Thank you, Jamal Hill. It felt nice. It felt nice to have a winning night after the 2 weekends ago.
What were his odds?
Dude, they were really nice. They weren't bad. He was like a minus 130.
Okay.
It wasn't bad at all. Yeah.
Wow, he was the favorite?
Yeah.
That's
but like not by much. I mean,
yeah.
But like, the thing is, a minus 130 for the way that fight went down, pretty good.
How much did you end up making?
I think like $100 off of that.
Not bad.
It wasn't anything too crazy.
That's like a couple trips to Publix, maybe one.
Yeah. Maybe one
Maybe
trip
one.
to,
Probably one. More than likely one.
or just get a bunch of burritos.
Or how many burritos is $100?
Like 12.
Wow, that's a good. That's not that. Nah, that's. Are they like big burritos though?
Yeah, dude, they're massive burritos.
Oh, okay, that's fair, I guess.
It's a good deal when we go for happy hour. They're usually like $11 burritos. They're $7 from 4 to 8 p.m. 7 days a week.
How many times do you eat burritos?
Just only on fight days, but like
okay, so it's
not
reasonable.
every fight. Yeah, and it's not even every fight. Like we'll mix it up between like pizza or burritos, pizza, burritos.
Dude, I know you've been telling me about Jets, and I've been wanting pizza lately. I really gotta make it out there.
They're everywhere.
Yeah,
They're
we have
by
one
you.
not that far.
Born on the bayou.
It's probably like 15 minutes away.
Dude, yeah, it's so funny because Ali is who introduced us to Jets, and we'll definitely need to talk about Ali for a second because he's the reason why I can't witness the John Jones return because of his dumb wedding.
Dumb wedding. Whoa. That's your beef, actually.
Hey, I hear there's gonna be some good beef though at the wedding. It's like
what?
Beef short rib. Yeah, it's supposedly.
Dude, is the meatball guy gonna be there again?
No, that guy goes to all weddings. He's just the hors d'oeuvre guy at all weddings. He's
dude,
like,
that would be a crazy. That would be a crazy like horror movie idea. Like you keep going to weddings and this guy is just always there. But also, why would you be going to so many weddings? I don't know. That's confusing.
Hey, Wedding Crashers did pretty
there
well.
There you go. A spooky take on Wedding Crashers.
Yeah. It's instead of like wanting to have sex, you want to die.
Yeah. Directed by freaking M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah. It's with Luke Wilson and
I say book it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I say.
Yeah, that sounds honestly like a really, really dark movie, though.
Yeah, it could get very dark.
Yeah, which it should.
Yeah, that's why M. Night Shyamalan should do it.
You just like saying that name.
Yeah, it is fun. That's the only horror director I could think of at the moment too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have who would I have do that movie? No, honestly I don't know any horror directors.
Right? It's like I always know them, and in this moment I don't know any of them. So
Yeah, give it to the guy who did The Ring.
yeah. Ooh.
Did you ever see The Grudge?
No, I didn't.
Did you see like any horror movies when you were growing up?
When I was I was actually very scared of horror movies until about like 2 years ago, and then I really got into them.
Dude, I was scared of Jumanji as a kid.
Dude, when he turns into a monkey, it's kind of terrifying.
See, okay, and you understand that.
Yeah, it's like it just looks scary. It's like, how is he? Why is he turning into a monkey?
There's a lot of scary scenes in that movie, and then like the guy walking around shooting everybody. I mean, that guy was frightening.
That guy was frightening. Oh, dude, when they're in the basement, and then the floor starts melting.
Yeah,
that was kind of like, oh, I don't want my floor to start melting.
Dude, the Black Widow spiders, they were massive. Those were scary.
Bro, and the CGI monkeys looked freaky too. Their eyes were like piercing.
Honestly, Robin Williams being like Tarzan was scary also.
His beard was incredibly intimidating.
Anything where Robin Williams is in a movie without green stuff bouncing around, I'm very afraid.
Dude, is that your favorite movie of all time or what?
I love Flubber so much,
Flubber.
dude.
I had Flubber on VHS.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I had Flubber.
Huh?
I had Flubber posters.
Oh wow. You're committed to the Flubber. You liked it that much?
I actually have Flubber like in my house. Just
Are you
bunch
serious?
of Flubber. No.
Oh.
But I do like Flubber.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, back
how did
to
we
the
start
Jamal
talking about Flubber? Yeah.
But
ridiculous.
So Davidson Figueiredo did really well. I was very happy for him.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that guy, dude?
I think what's wrong is what he already did, which is announce he's moving up. Because no way could that guy keep making 125.
Yeah, but do you think he'll do well at 135, which is the most stacked division in the UFC?
That's what's tricky.
It just didn't seem like he could even like really fight.
No. Yeah, his like mentally he looked really off too. Like,
so what's he gonna do? Like, I just don't see it going well at all.
No, and I don't know who he would fight too, because I was looking at the rankings at bantamweight the other day, and like everybody's booked up.
Right.
Everybody's booked up. So he's coming in. He's not gonna. I doubt he's gonna get like an immediate shot. Maybe he'll get a number 4, number 5 guy, and then a shot or something. But I don't think he's gonna go straight into like, oh, you're the top of this division.
For sure.
I could see him as like a Michael Chandler kind of guy, where like, or that route at least, where you're not gonna come in against a high level guy, but you're gonna get a name that's respectable. But that's the thing. Like, how soon does he want to get back? He's already 35, and everybody's booked up, and you're kind of in this weird, like, you're just gonna skip the line kind of thing. I don't know. It's a really bad situation. Really, it's not great for that guy right now.
Well, Brandon Moreno destroyed him and did great.
Yes,
undisputed.
It's great for Brandon.
Yeah.
Brandon's
he's a lovable guy.
He is. He just builds Legos all the time. Just like his.
I really don't see that fight going well with him and Pantoja, though. I don't think he'll have the belt long.
That is dude, and that's also another rematch. That's their third fight.
Third fight, dude. And Pantoja's won the first 2.
Yeah. I want to say that Brandon's evolved a lot, and he has from the last fight. Mm-hmm. But so did Pantoja against what was it, Alex Perez?
That was crazy.
Yeah. That's a rough, because I think he's kind of level with him everywhere. Maybe Brandon's boxing is a little cleaner than Pantoja. Mm-hmm. But like, yeah, everywhere else, I don't know. He's tough. He's got great jiu-jitsu. He knows how to beat Brandon. He's done it before.
Right.
That's another tough fight. It just takes tough fights, man.
Yeah. Well, we also have to give a shout out to Gilbert Burns with a very dominant performance.
Ian Wedrick?
Yes, maybe someday soon you will
dominant.
Maybe someday soon, Gilbert, you will be fighting.
Ian Wedrick?
Yes, Leon Edwards.
It was actually kind of sad how quickly that ended. I was expecting like a little more, you know?
Dude, Neil is so much bigger than Gilbert. Like that would
Shoot.
not. I don't think that would have gone well if it was like just a striking fight. So he needed to do
That's
what
what
he
I'm
did.
saying though. Like the fact that he got him down so quick,
Yeah, easily.
like it was just you just wiped him out.
Yeah.
Definitely made a statement. What do you think about him in? Okay, so this is something I had written down that kind of ties into this. Since that fight and before that, there's been this thing with Gilbert Burns where he's having to like plead for fights.
Yeah.
Which to my knowledge is not something I can remember happening with any other guys, especially at that level. But now you're seeing it a lot. Like Umar's saying it all the time. You got him saying it. You got Adrian Yanez saying it all the time before he got this Rob Font fight. Like there's dudes out here now that are having to like plead for a fight.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think people want so badly to get their title shot that I think it's such a fear of them to take on somebody who they know is so technical and skilled, like that. I'm not saying they're going into that being like, I'm about to lose this fight, but they just know the risk that they're taking.
Right.
So, and the thing is, you lose to somebody who's 5 spots below you. It's your chances of getting back to that title shot is pretty much gone at that point. Like, because you did so much work to get there. What do you think?
Well, I'm asking you more because like I know you understand probably the mental side of all of this more than I would. If like you can chalk it up to kind of like what you're saying, but if it's coming from a straight business angle, like this is just doesn't make sense for me to take this if I want to maximize for my career and get out and whatever. Or it's like if you're really that good, fight everyone and you'll get your shot. Kind of like do you think it's a fear, like an irrational fear, or not irrational? Obviously, they're getting in a cage fight, but you know, something that as a fighter you should just be ready to take on anybody.
Well, I think the ones that are actually getting dodged are probably that like worth being feared. Like an Umar is, I mean, especially after his last performance, and it's like this guy can definitely do everything. But I don't think there's guys that are thinking like, oh, I can't also knock him out if I got in the ring with him. But I just think there's, I think when you get to the top 3, it's such a difference of exposure, which equals to more money, that I think that's where the business hat kicks on. And I think that could be even like your manager is more in your head than you being this person that's like, oh, I'll fight anybody like I used to. Like, so I genuinely think it's more of a business hat thing at that point than a fear based thing. I think, I don't know. I mean, we heard Chris Barnett say last week, like people are afraid to fight each other.
Yeah.
Like, so, but at the same time, I also think, nobody's going to be afraid to fight something that they think they can't beat. But I do think that there's people who are so skilled coming up that the top people know that this person is the young, hungrier dog that's coming for my spot. And I think there's something intimidating in that.
Yeah, I feel like guys are looking at people like Sean O'Malley, comes to mind immediately, like where he took that route. He kind of picked his fights, if you want to say that. And look where it got him. It worked. He picked his fights. He got the big jump in the ranks, and he got his fight, and now he's number 1. But I mean, Sean O'Malley really worked, and technically wise, like with his fighting skills. But even you see him grinding on social media all the time. He's got YouTube channels. He's really pushing himself. He's not kind of like, oh, I don't want to fight you, and I have to just get whatever fight I want, or not fight this person. Like he kind of worked for that status, and I think these guys are trying to do that just off of like, oh, I can fight good, but that's not how it works anymore. You're gonna get left behind.
So you don't think fighting is enough to get to the top?
Unfortunately, I mean, if you want to take that route, I'm saying if you want to just pick fights and not have to, fight those guys, like I don't want to take an Umar Nurmagomedov matchup to get to the top. Then yeah, you gotta be like, you got to bring something to the table that makes sense. Like, okay, yeah, you're going to draw, then I'll put you against this guy and go be your job. But if not, I mean, what else do you bring to the table aside from someone else who, is just hungry and willing to take on anybody else?
I think the great performances will be more of a draw eventually than the social media popular people.
Right.
Like I think after a while, I think people are going to start to become, I don't know, because people really do like technical fighting. People do like the person who can get an amazing finish. Somebody who's not an idiot out there, I think also goes a long way. Like I think, I don't know. I mean, it's so funny because I was, like Patty's like so hyped. I felt the same way about Terrence McKinney that people would about Patty until like last weekend. And it's not saying like Terrence McKinney isn't like a savage and an amazing fighter, but like, I mean, he got very exposed for a lot of problems in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And there is something to be said for like who's hyped. And it's really an interesting thing when like the hype can just go away that quickly for somebody when they're up against somebody who is just coming for you and coming for your spot and coming at a fast pace, because like these guys who are coming up like with the Contender Series, and it's like you can't hide from them for long. No. And I really believe my dad used to tell me this with hockey, like for every and guitar practice, like for every hour that you're not practicing, there's somebody who wants it more than you do. There's somebody who's hungrier. There's somebody in Canada who's on the ice hours like more than you are every single day. And it's like, when you think like that, it's like, okay, I'm at the same age as them. And if they're with better coaches on, their school has hockey, everything is hockey for them every single day, and they're around people who are better than them, who are pushing them to be better. It's like, it just isn't a level playing field. And like, that's what we got coming up nowadays. It's like these people who, by 6 years old, they already had posters of fighters from the UFC in their bedroom, and their parents are huge fans and taking them to, jiu-jitsu and kickboxing at a young age. And that's a different thing than somebody who's getting into it at 15, 16 years old. And I just think we're going to see just levels to the game in the next 5-10 years. And it's starting to happen right now. So and I think that the speed of the way that people are going to climb the rankings is going to be much quicker, because you're going to get somebody coming in like Muhammad Makayev. Like, you're going to get somebody like him coming in like early, and just in a year he'll probably be top 5, and like you'll get like other people like Umar like just coming in and being quickly fighting top 3 people, because got Bo Nickel, he'll have a fight against Jamie Pickett and then fight for a belt in a year. So I think that's what we're going to start to see a lot more. And like an Alex Pereira, he wouldn't have gotten that opportunity without Izzy, but aren't we happy he did?
Yeah, I mean, that is a pretty big move. Yeah, I like what you're saying though. Like I feel like Brandon's a good example of that. Obviously, he's a little older, but he's still on the young side, where he's like, I mean, he's not one of those guys who got. Sorry, let me rephrase this. Brandon is kind of like the example of, you put on good fights, you fight everybody, and you're just a decent human being, you're gonna get pretty far.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's proven that time and time again. He'll lose, but he'll bounce back, and that builds, like, if you're in this for more than just money and you want to build a legacy, that's definitely the route to go. I mean,
But Brandon's also super popular. Like, so he's not just like, he's
that's what I'm saying. He didn't like just get popular. He had to really grind and put on fantastic fights and beat everybody.
Right.
Like, he took the harder route, but look how it ends up.
But he's a very, very lovable character, though. Yeah. So once he got that shine and that spotlight of the exposure, it's like people jumped on the Moreno train. Yeah. And now, like, he can make a post, and he's super popular on social media. And I mean, I think that there's advantages to that, and they know who's getting numbers on videos and posts and stuff like that. So I think it's more, there's more opportunity for people who are out there than somebody who's just like, oh, I'm just gonna go to the gym every single day and train and never put myself out there. I mean, it's a longer road for that guy
Yeah.
or gal.
I
Guy
like
and
that.
gal.
So inclusive, Mr. J.
Yeah.
Well, we're already talking about champions, so I want to. I guess it's a little segment.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Is this
go
the,
ahead.
Is this the Lauren Murphy segment?
Oh! We gotta get to that one later. That'll be. We'll get back to that. But no, I want to hear. I was on Twitter, as one does as an MMA fan.
Yes.
And I saw a post from MMA on Point. Are you familiar with MMA on Point? I know you're on the hardcore YouTube.
I could be.
But they put out a post saying rank every UFC division.
Okay.
So I want to hear your rankings for
Of divisions?
Yeah.
My rankings
And we'll do
UFC
men and
divisions.
We'll do women's.
Okay. Wait, we've got to do the women's?
Or you want to put them all together?
No, I'll do it. Yeah, we could do them all together.
Okay.
No, that's not a good call. We're going to do men's
It's
and then
hard.
we're going to do women's.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do men's and then we'll do women's.
All right.
But yeah, I can do that very easily as well.
Let's do it. You want to go like bottom up? 12 to 1? Or
12 to 1?
No, not 12, because that's with women's. It would be 9 to 1. There's 9 divisions.
9 divisions?
Yeah.
Oh my
Flyweight,
gosh.
bantamweight, featherweight,
Yeah.
lightweight, welterweight, middleweight, light heavyweight, heavyweight. 9 divisions.
All right. It's a good question.
Yeah, right?
Because I like them all for such different reasons. But I think I'm going to have to say my favorite division currently. This is all current. My favorite division currently is the bantamweight division.
Okay. That's solid.
My second favorite division is the light heavyweight division.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a curveball.
Yeah.
Interesting.
My third favorite division is middleweight.
Very interesting options.
My fourth favorite division.
And we could do top 5. It's easier.
My fourth favorite division is lightweight would be my fourth favorite. And then fifth favorite would be welterweight. Sixth favorite would be heavyweight. Seventh, feather. Eighth would be flyweight.
And then I think I'm missing one.
I didn't miss one though.
Or am I going crazy?
Yeah, I said
No,
them all.
you have 8. You're missing.
No, I said them all.
You got flyweight,
I said them all.
featherweight, welterweight, middleweight. Oh yeah, I guess I'm going crazy. Sorry.
Yeah, that would be it for me.
I like that list.
Yeah.
Dude, am I going nuts? Wait. Oh, okay, because there's 4 women's divisions. Yeah, okay. All right, I like your list. I feel like light heavyweight is an interesting second pick. Because that's the general consensus that I see is that light heavyweight is like the least entertaining division.
Dude, light heavyweight is continuing to get better.
So you like
Every day.
the potential of light heavyweight.
I do. And I really like the matchups. I mean, come on, like Johnny Walker, Paul Craig was awesome.
Dude, I wrote that down just like to talk about that.
Yeah. Like
Johnny
I love
Walker,
yeah. I love all the lightweight prospects. I love what they, where they've been, what they're doing right now, their climbs back to the top. I really love all of it. Yeah, I mean everything from Ryan Spann, Anthony Smith, I mean, the top guys. You got Yuri sitting out, Rakic sitting out. I mean, there's a lot of good talent up there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and even in like the lower, like guys coming in, there's exciting stuff going on too.
I'll tell you why I like it is because unlike lightweight and welterweight, it's like it's changing at the top right now versus just a bunch of people who are just sitting in their spot.
Yeah.
Honey, I'm home.
The freaking dog. The dog barks all the time.
You have a dog?
We have a dog.
Really?
Yeah, we told you.
What do you have?
She's a Shih Tzu. Or Shih Tzu, I guess. Yeah, a little fluffer.
Yeah. Well, you ever hear what happens when you mix a bulldog and a Shih Tzu?
Bullshit.
What's your list? Or do you want my women's list first? Or
You can do your
we
women's
even-
list.
Do we even care? I'll take the strawweight as my favorite.
That's fair.
Yeah. Followed by flyweight.
And then Amanda Nunez.
Yeah.
Because that's basically all it is.
Right. Bantam and feather. We could just call Amanda.
I like that list. I would probably agree with that. I would switch. I think women's flyweight would be
Straw?
my number one. Strawweight number two. No, sorry. I go flyweight, bantamweight, strawweight, and then featherweight. But they're all very close.
Dude. Zhang Wei Li, though.
Yeah, I think she's gonna
Straw.
go to 25.
Straw. She's strawweight, man.
I know, but I think
You think
she's
she's-
gone.
Already?
Who after? I mean, she's not booked for anyone right now. Who? You want to see her against Rose again?
Mackenzie Dern?
Mackenzie just lost.
I know. I
So,
want her-
anyway, do it against Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah, I just wanted Mackenzie to lose like a bunch of fights in a row.
What is this hatred for Mackenzie Dern? I don't understand where it came from.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I've never.
Really?
I've just went along with it, but I don't understand at all why you have.
Really?
beef. Yeah.
I don't like phoniness.
Oh, it's the accent.
Yeah.
It's the accent. All right.
Yeah, man. I do. I like it. Okay, first of all, I love accents. Accents are beautiful. Accents are fun to have a good time with, to play with. I just don't feel like she's playing or having fun or anything positive.
Right.
I feel like she's been brainwashed by being on jiu-jitsu mats. And, you know, like I feel like she's, versus playing a character, I feel like she's turned into like a little chameleon. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, my dad, he used to have like a Southern friend, and every time he was around his friend Chuck, he'd be like, "Hey, how you doing, Chuck?" And like, my dad he didn't sound like that at all. So like,
Yeah.
I get it. You turn into the people that you're around. And honestly, like, it's not real beef. It's just it's more of like a conversation piece than anything else.
I see.
Like,
So this is like we just got to get her on, and
Yeah, man. Like, this is
I
all
think
just
you got to be the one to ask her, dude. I don't think anyone's asked.
dude, I'll ask her on a date, man. But my wife might have a problem with that.
You do have a wife. That would be a problem. Yeah.
She'd be like, "Hey,
That's a
cut
fair
that
point.
out." Yeah, but I'm just saying, if that's what it takes. If that's what it takes.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
I'm for the pod. I'm a business guy.
and what is she gonna do? Publicly shit on a blind guy? I mean, how's that gonna look?
Yeah, that'd be awfully stinky.
Come on, Mackenzie, you can't be doing all this.
You didn't like my shit joke?
What, stinky? I don't get it.
Yeah, she's gonna shit on a blind guy. I said that'd be stinky.
Ah.
Whatever.
My dad would be proud of that one.
I would think so.
He would be proud. Of it.
I'll be like, "What's that smell? Oh, did somebody take a shit on me again?"
Dude, I just realized we don't have a fart noise on the soundboard.
Really?
That's atrocious.
That's our fight. Our part.
Yeah. That
Bruh. Bruh. But yeah, that's what I got.
I like
for-
those
for
rankings.
Thank
I
you.
like them.
What you got?
What I got, dude. Honestly, this is a hard one. This is a hard one. You went from top to bottom, right?
What do you mean?
Like you said, your favorite, and then you went down.
Yes. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go least favorite to favorite.
Okay.
Process of elimination. I'm gonna go with least favorite heavyweight. And then in eighth, welterweight.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then in
There's only 8.
there's only 8.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, and then in sixth, I would have to say featherweight. Then at fifth, goddamn, this is hard. Fifth, middleweight.
Goddamn.
Fourth, lightweight. Third, flyweight. Second, I'm missing something for second. Light heavyweight. And then sorry. I'll switch flyweight with light heavyweight. So flyweight second, and then my number 1 division is bantamweight.
Your number 2 is flyweight?
Yes.
Hey, we got to throw down the little guys.
They throw down every time. Like, think about how exciting a Matt Schnell fight is.
Yeah.
And that's like he's, middle of the rankings.
That's true.
And you got guys like Manel Cap coming up. You got Brandon Royval up there. You got this Pantoja stuff going on. It's just been kind of dormant because of the Brandon thing with Figgy. Yeah. But like Kai Kara France is still there. There's like exciting guys.
Askar Askarov.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
Oh, he did retire, didn't he?
He didn't retire. I think they cut him.
What?
Yeah, dude, I think they cut him. I don't remember why either, because he like only lost 1 fight.
That's crazy.
And he had a pretty good. He was like number 3, and he lost to Kai, and then they cut him.
Dude, we should totally book Paul Craig on this podcast.
But to talk about his awesome hair plugs.
But if we don't get him booked, they should cut him.
Cut Paul Craig?
Yeah.
Dude, what the hell? Okay, because I did mention that I want to talk about this. Johnny Walker just walked through Paul Craig. What was that?
I heard Chael Sonnen say this the other day, which I thought was just beautiful. If you have somebody's leg, like if you catch a leg, you don't have their leg. That you just you lost your hands, basically. Yeah, it's not that you have their leg; it's that you've lost your hands.
Only he could put that together, and it made complete sense. Yeah.
But I mean, that was awesome. Like, it's so true. It's like he caught. I mean, he just got. That's such a shitty way to. That's a shitty way to lose.
And like only Johnny Walker could do that. No one else could pull that off.
What do you mean? I think a lot of people could pull that off.
No, because he's so big that like, if Paul Craig looked tiny trying to take him down, and he's just beating him up. He's just punching his head with the hammer face like on one leg.
Dude, he's like 6'6".
He's huge. He's gigantic.
Yeah. He's very athletic.
But that's something I wanted to bring up. What is, because he's been ranked before. He's been ranked higher.
Yeah.
But what's Johnny Walker's ceiling? Because like he's looked better the last couple fights. But I mean, is this realistically? Can you see Johnny Walker fighting for a title in the next couple of years? Like what? How do you? It's such a weird prospect in that division because he's not super old. He's not super young. He's got good wins, but he's got interesting losses. It's just like a middle position.
For sure, but with a change in life, you never know how high the ceiling is, my friend.
I guess.
And this could be one of those situations. I mean, yes, he just got knocked out by Jamal Hill, for sure. But, I mean, the way he got knocked out, who knows? And then he bounced back from that.
Yeah, 2 good wins.
Very good wins. But I don't know. My point is who the wins were against.
Right. I mean,
and I'm not saying
forgetting.
It's Paul Craig and Ian Kutalaba, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're good wins. They're not fantastic wins.
No, it's like is he even going to get through an Anthony Smith?
Right. Like, and then every time he's kind of gotten to that spot where he's ready to get tested, he doesn't do well against those guys.
Which, let's be honest, that's a great fight to make right now.
That's fair. Yeah,
That's a
I mean, he's
really
number
good fight to
10.
make.
Yeah, even besides rankings, I think that's like give him a heavy grappler, see what happens.
Yeah.
Because that's something. I mean, he showed against Kutalaba he can grapple. I don't know how much it's been. Corey Henderson didn't really grapple him; he just knocked him out. Yeah, I don't know.
He can do that. No, I think he give him a big fight.
You think?
I like him. I like Johnny Walker.
I do too. I just it's like such an odd, especially because of the Jamal thing, and I think that the fact that Jamal just became champion so quickly after their fight kind of messes up his like. You know, if this had been Jamal wins the belt a couple years later, it's like okay, they were both young, but I mean,
right.
he knocked him out, and then less than a year later is the champion.
Right.
So it's like, where do you cap out at this?
Dude, Jamal Hill's a different human though. Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
want to
true.
talk about
So is Johnny Walker though.
Johnny Walker might be more like athletically gifted. I think Jamal Hill is a different level of like warrior fighter.
Okay, I see what you mean.
He's like truly. It'd be hard. I truly believe that that Jamal Hill is like one of the most mentally sound men in modern times.
Yeah,
I really believe that. I listen to this guy talk about everything, like energy, talking about, and you're just like, all right, this guy is, I mean, talking about being a family man, a father, talking about the energy of a room and, you know, an opponent and how to size up scenarios. Everything, the way he breaks down, I'm like, this guy is so with it that I trust that more than anything else.
Yeah,
And his level of confidence is next
through
to
the
none.
roof. I mean, how cool was the on Ariel where he's like, I just wanted the chance to prove myself, and now I get to prove it.
Okay, but did
How
you hear?
cold does that look after?
Dude, did you hear yesterday?
No, I didn't. I saw like a couple clips. I didn't want to watch it because I didn't want to watch clips because I want to see the whole thing.
Dude, it's good.
It's good. I got
It's
probably as soon as this is done, I'll go check it out.
He is pissed.
About Yuri?
Jamal Hill is pissed, dude. Oof. He is truly. It's amazing. He's salty. It's great. I loved it.
Bring a
And
little
Ariel,
salt back to 205.
Dude, Ariel, he took some shots, man.
Yeah, he went at
Back
Ariel.
at Jamal. He took shots at Ariel, but Ariel went back at Jamal.
Huh.
It was a bit awkward. It was a little uncomfortable.
I feel like he's beefing more with people than obviously everyone's for a while had beef with Ariel, but like now it's happening a lot more.
It's happening a lot. He's definitely I mean, okay, so like Jamal Hill was calling him out for saying that he's not the best light heavyweight on the planet, and he was calling him out for just a few other things. And Ariel was just like, "Yo, I didn't call you out at all when you defended Dana for what Dana did with the slapping." And like he just goes right to that. And Jamal's like, "I didn't defend him at all. I just said if everybody just kept their hands to themselves, this wouldn't happen."
Right.
And like that was his take. And I don't know, man. It was definitely like for something that should be this interview, you could just feel okay. In the same day, Ariel had Brendan Moreno on. Mm-hmm. Brendan. What's a Brendan Moreno? Had Brandon Moreno. And just the level of happiness, like the difference of how happy Ariel was and happy for Brandon Moreno, it was just significantly more than with Jamal. Like that was really obvious to me just listening.
Right.
I was like, oh, that's interesting. But
Sorry,
yeah, I mean, Ariel's just he's such on the Yuri train.
Yeah, dude. Ariel does this thing that's like it's come out more now, but he kind of like he really wants to let the fighters know, like, oh, I was here for this, and I remember this. Remember when I said this, and that I was the one that was supporting you. And kind of when people don't really care about that is when he has like, if they're not like, oh, thank you, Ariel, for believing in me from the beginning, like
Right.
Some people don't care. That's the harsh truth. Like obviously they care about fans, but if you were following him first, like some people just don't. That doesn't hold significance to them. You're just someone covering the sport.
Right.
And I feel like when that's the case, a lot of the time you get these weird exchanges where he's like, it's his way of confronting them, I guess. I don't know. It's odd. And it's just happened more and more.
I think that there's a lot of truth to that. I also think that he's in such a hot seat of like MMA journalism that like he feels his ego, and I love Ariel. Like I listen to every MMA hour, but his ego is telling him like I am the guy. I am the guy that people want to come on to and talk to first.
And he is. That's the crazy thing. Is like he's the gold standard right now.
100%. But at the same time, I think when he isn't treated that way by somebody, I think it's like a little bit of like a blow to his ego.
Yeah, and I feel like when he gets like I guess checked, if you want to call it, he kind of defaults to the like, oh, but I'm on my own now, and like you know I'm independent Hawani and I can just bark back. But then that also kind of it pulls from the whole. I want to, you know, you're great at getting this out of the fighters, and then you kind of start adding all this like personal to it, and it's a little odd. I don't know.
I think it's also a scary time for. I think it's a scary time in his career. Like I think he is doing great. I think he gets the best people on. I think he has the best interviews. Yeah. But at the same
look,
time,
he got the 2 pay-per-view headliners on his show.
For sure, but it wasn't the first Jamal Hill interview.
Yeah.
There was other ones before. And like that's the thing is like there's so much there's so many like so much competition out there and people who are getting way more numbers than he is getting. And I think that is the fear is because it's all numbers related.
Right.
But like there are people who, I mean, the schmo can go out and talk to somebody for 5 minutes and get thousands of views on those little clips.
And it's not in the way that Ariel does it. It's a whole other approach.
It's a whole other approach, and I think people have a lot of fun with him. I think he's he's at every single event. He's and like even like Oscar with Mac what is it? Mac Life. Like he's doing great.
He's great.
Yeah, I mean people love and then I mean you got YouTube just MMA content creators like the Fighting Chance podcast. But no, I mean you got people crushing it with numbers that are destroy MMA hours interviews. And it's like, and the thing is, he can say all he wants, like he's not competing for numbers because he gets a salary by his contract by Vox Media and all that, and like that's fine. But at the same time, he's been doing this so long, like it definitely matters to him. Like getting, when you have an Israel on and you have Alex Pereira on, and then you get 600,000 views for that, but then you get, somebody lesser on and gets like 2,000 kind of. I think it would definitely affect him.
Yeah, it's a weird game, especially to be at the the very top of. But yeah, I like what you said about Schmo. Like he has fun with it, and I feel like that's what's kind of like to me, it doesn't seem like he's enjoying it as much.
Ariel?
It's like, yeah, he's always kind of on the defensive. Like ready to, the Ariel 10-8 or it's like, and I know he's obviously into the WWE stuff, so I don't know how much of that he does enjoy. But it's an odd dynamic to the show that there wasn't before.
Yeah, I think he actually has a better time like with his show, with his like the people who work there. Like New York Rick and GC, like I think he has a better time with those guys at this point than the good interviews. But I mean I still think he does the best interviews, and that's why I listen every week.
And he gets all the big ones. But when Conor comes back, who's gonna get that interview? It's Ariel. I mean, I
don't know, man. Like,
but you want to see Brett Okamoto? No, I mean, not to just bring another person down, but I mean, I don't understand how Brett Okamoto got the job at ESPN.
Dude, we all understand. It's those damn business socks he wears when he has sex with his wife.
It's just like he's not connected at all to the sport. It's weird.
Yeah, let's put him in the ring.
This is your job, bro. Go fight, bro.
Yeah, have you ever gotten knocked out, Okamoto?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I do love me some Ariel though. There's something.
Yeah.
There's very few dude, there's very few people that I listen to consistently. Like
MMA
whether
Guru?
it's I listen to MMA Guru and I listen to Ariel when it comes to anything MMA on a regular basis. And the thing is, I listen to the Guru more than all combined, like tenfold. Like I'll listen to the MMA Hour, but like I don't listen to the whole show. I listen to interviews. Sometimes I'll just click on the show like when it goes live, and that's cool because you don't just get the clips.
Yeah.
And that's good background. But at the same time, like I don't know. I heard the MMA Guru say this earlier today, which is truly, I think one of the most like profound statements that anybody has said, like in MMA, the YouTube space. He's the only one out there who doesn't need fighters, and I think that that's really amazing. Like he truly, he doesn't have any fighter on, and so the whole thing is literally his own. Like it's him talking about MMA and what's going on and breaking down fights and talking and predictions and everything, but it's. People are sucked into him as the character, and it's so interesting because I was like thinking earlier. It's like if anybody was like, "Who would you be starstruck by?" It'd be really talking to that dude because he truly entertains me so damn much. Like, and I think as far as like anybody who is on like a similar, I don't want to say similar page, but like who get like when I'm doing Twitch streams, like when people are trolling and just talking about crazy shit, because dude, some of the things that people talk about on my Twitch is I'm just dying. I'm laughing so hard, and like that's the thing is like the joy of the comedy aspect of like just like the little like secret like insider jokes that take place. That's the best part of everything. For me, the best part of everything is not taking shit too seriously. And like, there's so many journalists that take things. And the thing is, this guy's just having a good time. And like, that's the best part of anything is just cut all the serious shit out and just, go back to your roots and just have some fun.
Yeah, I think that's where he kind of like disconnected. Where it's like, coming up, we all know Ariel as he's kind of quiet and like, he instigates or whatever a couple of times, but he was quiet. He got, cool conversations out of the fighters that other people couldn't. He connected with them. And then he started kind of going the personality route. But I think just the building this, legacy off of this and then just immediately, out of nowhere, making this sharp turn. It's just a little off-putting.
I really think it had to happen though, because there's so many people creating great content on YouTube that he's like, how am I gonna stand out if I'm just, the guy sitting back and being quiet?
Yeah, I mean it is getting views. Yeah,
I mean you got Michael Bisping, you got Chael, you got all these dudes who are crushing it with YouTube shows.
DC,
and, is DC crushing it though?
He does good. So Hudo does really good,
dude. So Hudo's is blown
Killer.
up, man. Yeah, man, it's so interesting because
Aljo's doing stuff now.
Okay. Aljo and Cejudo's channel have done the same thing for me. They have changed my opinion of them as people.
Oh, this is a good segue because I had Aljo versus Cejudo in May written down. What do you think about
seriously,
that?
So I had no interest in Cejudo and I had no interest in Aljo until they started their YouTube channels. And I was like, all right, these guys are awesome and entertaining and do great content. Yeah. But,
does that affect who you got in that fight?
I hope Aljo wins.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Well, here's another question. Do you think it'll happen?
The fight?
Because they're talking about bicep tears on Aljo's side.
I think it'll happen. When Aljo wants to fight, I think it'll happen. Because he needs time. He really does need time. He gets so big.
He gets huge.
Yeah. Big boy.
And plus, to you're having to get down and then also rehab from that injury. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I was him, I don't know. It's a weird spot, too, because you don't want to lose your belt. But you also don't want to go to a fight with your arm not working. So, I don't know.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm going to miss the John Jones card, and especially now that they announced Dan Hooker and Jalen Turner. The fight we've all wanted.
That could be fight of the year, bro. Or at least fight of that card, because that's a fire matchup.
Dude, I see it going pretty similar to what Jalen did to Brad Riddell.
You think?
Yeah. It's not going to be good.
I'm a very big Jalen Turner fan, but it's hard not to root for Dan Hooker in this.
Well, yeah, you always want Dan to win, but this is a rough. Dan takes such rough fights.
I know.
He had
I feel
one
like
easy fight, and now he's going right back to a Shark Tank.
I feel like he's in not the same Johnny Walker situation, because Dan's fought definitely higher level and shown, but in terms of like where he's at in the division.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to describe it.
Where it's like, if he wins this, okay, you beat this prospect, but are you going to beat a top 5 guy? Are you going to, you know what I mean? Like, how much is this versus, I think like Jalen winning this fight in comparison to Dan winning this fight is a lot bigger than you think. Like the gap.
Dude, Jalen's going to win this fight though.
Yeah, he's so big. I mean, 6'3" at 155, and not like, I don't think it hurts him to get to 55.
Dan Hooker's pretty tall though too.
He fought a heavyweight.
Heavyweight?
He has a couple of heavyweight kickboxing bouts that he won by knockout.
Dan Hooker.
Yeah, Dan Hooker was a big boy.
How much did he weigh?
Not that much. Like, he wasn't a heavyweight, but he was fighting heavyweights.
What? Did he even weigh like 180 pounds?
Let me see. I gotta see. Because I know he does get big. Let's see. He fought. So he was about 180. The guy he fought was 280. Yeah. Yeah. And then he came into the UFC as a featherweight.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, the man's all over the place.
He's wiry.
He's wiry. Yeah, that's a fun fight on a big card, but you're really gonna miss that one, man. That's so sad.
I'm the best man in Ollie's wedding that day.
That's like the worst day.
Dude, your dad and I were sending the funniest texts. It's like, if he cared about me, he wouldn't have done this to me. So by default, right? I can't go to the wedding. Now I get to watch the card.
That's a fair point. It's like, am I really your best man? Like, you didn't know this?
Yeah. Dude, I called Ollie and I was like, dude, do you know what you did? And he's like, what? I would go, do you know who John Jones is? He's like, no. I know. He goes, dude, watch your fight. I'll just get a different best man. I'm like, really? Can I do that?
You won't be mad at me?
Yeah, you're good with that?
Yeah, that's a tough, dude. That's tough. That's tough for sure.
So here's my plan for it.
Oh, okay. You've schemed?
Tell me what you think.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the wedding. Going to have a great time. I'm going to make all of my bets for the fights Saturday morning. Mm-hmm. I'm going to turn my phone off. Oh. And we're going to watch the whole card Sunday.
Okay.
And
I won't text you anything.
We're not going to turn anything on the internet. We're just going to watch the card. We're going to act like we didn't see anything.
Yes.
It won't be hard for me. And we're just going to...
That was... Wait. That was a good one. That was a cracker one, that one.
And you called me a cracker? What?
What spin is this show taking? What's going on?
Ian Wedrick?
Hey! Dude, so every single time that he was on embedded, I was just waiting for him to say words. And
did he?
No, dude. I really think he's heard our clips, and now he's afraid to say the champion's name. Dude,
I mean, we got the champ reposting our stuff. We're pretty big time now. We got pretty big time.
What did Jamal Hill repost?
Our clip with Chris Barnett talking about how he thought he hated him.
Really? He reposted that clip? On what? Instagram or Twitter?
On Instagram, bro. We have 17,000 views on that clip.
17,000?
Yeah, dude. He said, crazy, I love the big homie Beast Boy Barnett.
He even commented on it?
Yeah. This wasn't just, yeah, dude.
Did you repost that he posted that?
No, but I should.
You should reach out
I did.
to him.
I sent him a DM.
No, something like on the public, man.
Oh, on the public. Thank you, Mr. Champion. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you for your contribution.
Do you see what you're doing for us?
Yeah.
We appreciate. I mean, we've been on the Jamal train
For a while.
along like a. I think I can. For a really long time.
It's pretty cool. We'll pull an aerial here. We were on the train.
Dude, I went out for all-you-can-eat wings last night at Gators, where they have trivia on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
And I had a stiff glass of whiskey while I was eating my wings, and I didn't drink my drink until after we were like about to go. And I'm like, oh shit, I still have this in front of me, so I chugged it. And dude, and I may have had like 2 drinks before going as well. Let me tell you, I don't remember about 3 hours after I got home.
Huh.
From such a little event. Like, I was like, wings, alcohol, and then my brain just goes.
Your brain went.
Ian Wedrick?
Completely. And dude, so much so that this morning I had to write on the live chat on my bookie. I had to write them saying what happened last night.
Oh no.
Seriously, dude. Like 100%. I asked them and I go, "Hey, I remember taking the over 249 points in the Nets game versus the 76ers. And I go, and I didn't get paid for that because they got to 270 points.
Yeah.
And I go, and I didn't get paid for that. And a guy in Antigua responds with saying, "We paid you for that." And then you made 4 bets after that you lost.
Oh no.
And I said, "What?" And truly, from 10:30 p.m. till 1 a.m., I have no memory of this. He sends me back. He goes, "Yeah, you bet on the Memphis Grizzlies to win. You bet on the Utah Jazz to win. And you bet on the Mississippi State men's college basketball team to beat Alabama." And I'm like,
did all of them lose?
I
know the Grizzlies lost.
All of them, yeah, by 2 points. All of those, all of those lost. And I'm not even kidding, dude. I went from like a few $100s in my account to $2.
No way.
100%. That's what I literally woke up to, and I'm not even kidding. I would never say this if it wasn't true. No memory of doing it. I know. And like, dude, I wasn't like, I was feeling good, but like, I don't know. It was like I had holes in my brain when I woke up this morning. I was like, what the fuck happened? Like it truly felt like a dream.
This sounds like. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I was just this would be my lesson is if you're gonna have some drinks, like just put take your phone and just throw it off of a cliff. Yeah. It's definitely smarter.
Delete my bookie and download Verdict MMA.
Yeah, or you could just download Verdict MMA. But seriously, man, it was a very valuable lesson that I learned, and I don't know what I've really learned from it besides just how just sad I was when I woke up this morning because dude, having somebody in another country tell you that you're a fucking idiot is just not a good feeling.
Yeah, dude, I bet that one time through Verdict too, so it wasn't even like that high stakes.
No.
And I lost, I think it was $20.
Yeah.
I was devastated.
Dude, all of the money that I just talked about is what I made yesterday. So I made it all yesterday.
Yeah.
And then threw it away.
That first bet, the Nets thing, that's a pretty crazy one that you hit because like they're without Kevin Durant, so it's not like
dude, no.
You're expecting them to score that many points.
No, I didn't make it before the bet or before the game started. I saw the way that game was going by halftime.
God.
So, dude, by halftime, it was already 75-65.
Right.
And I could still take the over 249, and I was just like, this thing's going high. Like,
and that's a rivalry game too, so they're pissed off. Yeah, for
sure, dude. It was just going nuts. So no, I made that bet at halftime, and it was such a solid bet. I put like $200 on it, and I was just like, hell yes, like, because like, dude, it wasn't even like even in the fourth quarter, I knew that I already won it. And then I literally remember, like, I was in bed with Emily, like, we're like watching stuff like on TV. I remember putting my phone down next to me, and then I woke up with no recollection of anything else.
That's so odd. Maybe you
I
have
know,
a
dude.
little betting goblin in your house that comes in.
Dude, that I wish that was the case, but like I can take ownership for this one, and that's why I'm just so embarrassed by it. Like I'm
Yeah.
embarrassed that I let it happen. But I mean, I've heard things. I've heard that you shouldn't drink and bet, but I've just never gotten myself into a situation like, dude. I mean, I don't ever like black out, like have like lapse of memory. Like I never feel this way.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, the drink that I had was like a double whiskey, and I swear, like at any normal place, this thing would have been like $14-15. It was $4.
Oh, okay.
So it must have
So,
been like the trashiest whiskey on planet Earth, and it probably had like little daggers in it that made holes in my brain.
damn. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, if anything, now you can spread a lesson out there.
Dude, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to
Yeah.
just admit my mistakes, and hopefully somebody can either learn from it or laugh at me. Either way,
Hopefully.
we're having a good time.
Yeah, you already know.
Dude, it truly is such a shitty feeling to like make. Dude, I won sick bets yesterday. Like I won. I hit like in a European basketball game. It was like a plus 500. Like I had $50 on it that won me like $380. Like I had like insanely good bets, and then just to like win those, and then just be like, oh, I'm gonna just throw this away, like, and
Yeah.
just have no. That's just. It's not good. It's not a good yo-yo to be. It's not a good ride to be on.
No. No, that's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, man, it is. And chasing your losses, you're never gonna catch it. You're never gonna catch up with
That's
them.
the tricky thing, because I luckily I talked to you and I kind of like caught myself before, but as soon as it's over, you're like, all right, how do I how do I get my $20 back?
Dude. And
It's immediate thought.
and that's the thing for me is as soon as I hit that over 249, I was like, because I was already up like $300-400 on the day, and then I won that another like $170 of profit, and I'm just like lying in bed, like my brain must have been like, oh, take the $500 and end the night up with being up $1,000. Like that's the way my brain works, which is instead of just being like happy with what you got and like with your winnings, like my brain will always go to, if you make 3 more good bets in the next hour, you'll, instead of being up $400, you'll be at 800. Like that's,
Yeah. It's enticing.
it really is. But the next thing you know, you wake up confused and you're like, my account says $2.
Why is Pedro telling me I'm bankrupt?
His name
going
was his name was funny. It was Byron.
Byron. Well,
Dude,
thank you,
and-
Byron.
Dude, and they're
for
never
helping out.
nice, because I'm always just like, hey, I'm a really loyal customer, and I would never say anything like this, but I don't know what happened. He goes, oh, this is what happened. Check your history. And
Yeah.
I'm like, thanks.
Yeah,
a
they're
lot.
not known for their customer service over there. It's
One
not
time
on
they
there.
gave me $10 back. It was really nice of them.
Oh, that's sweet. You got a nice guy.
Yeah, but that's all I got, my friend.
Well, I got one more thing before
Okay.
we wrap this episode up.
Yeah.
It's another prompt that I saw off of the Twitter. So if you went back to yourself at the start of 2021 and you told yourself that Jamal Hill, Leon Edwards, and Alex Pereira are champions, what would you say?
I would believe the Jamal Hill one.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have known really who Alex was in the beginning of 2021. Would I have?
Yes. That's when he got signed.
In the beginning of 2021?
Yeah.
Okay. So
If not, he was already signed. It was like, okay, we know that this guy is right there, and he's
I don't think I would have cared yet. No, so I don't think I didn't really care about Leon. Like the only person who really gave Leon the shot all the time was Ariel.
right.
Like Ariel was the only one during COVID that was always talking about all the wrong that was happening to Leon. And I don't know. I just thought he had a really, Kermit the Frog sounding voice, and was like, who's this guy? And I liked when Colby said Leon Scott. Like everything like that made me laugh. But I truly didn't.
When he got 3-pieced.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was a Leon fan, and I didn't expect him to be champion.
No, but I would have expected Jamal. I really, from the first time I heard Jamal on a media day, dude, and like, even like the media day leading up to the Paul Craig fight, I was like, this is the scariest guy in the UFC.
Yeah.
Like, and the thing is, like, even after that, you saw what happened to him, and he's like, I just disrespected the game. And that still is like a badass thing to say. Like, to put it on that, saying I disrespected the game.
Right.
Like, everything he says is just something that a champion would say. Come talk to us, Jamal. Come on.
I missed these two when I was listing off things that would be crazy. But to be honest, if you said Islam would have been champion, I wouldn't have believed that.
No.
No, I thought it would have been someone else or Charles.
Yeah.
I didn't, and I'll take the I'll come clean. I was an Islam hater. And he converted me in October, and I definitely did not expect that. I also didn't expect Francis Ngannou to be out of the UFC, and John Jones to be fighting at heavyweight. I thought that never would have happened.
I was rewatching John Jones versus Chael 3 nights ago.
That poor toe. Ripped his toe off his foot, man. It was nasty.
Yeah. I think John Jones is going to win against Gane.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that fight. Just because I want to see John. Yeah. I want to see somebody really challenge John.
And because you're not going to be at a wedding.
Yes, that's going to be great too.
Yeah.
I will literally be able to,
Dude, I'm giving a speech on Friday night at his wedding in front of 500 people.
500 people?
There's 500 people. I think 600 were invited to this wedding.
That's a giant wedding.
I know.
Wow.
I know. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met 500 people before.
No, and he doesn't know most of them.
They're just there.
Yeah, these are all wedding crashers.
It's all Gilbert Burns.
Yeah.
Ian Wedrick. Ian Wedrick.
That's all you hear.
Ian Wedrick.
Doom, 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 doom.
Man, well, this was a great episode. We didn't have a guest, which is what we like to do. But we talked about some good things.
We did. And at the end of the day, we are really what matters.
We are a fighting chance. I mean,
yeah. You
not,
gotta fight. You gotta fight through the good times and the bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let this be a lesson, fight fans.
But thank you for tuning in to another episode 21 of A Fighting Chance.
Cheers.
Please subscribe. Hit the like, hit the bell, ring the bell for notifications, and take care.
Peace.
Bye.